beauty is subjective. Except this one ugly starter house from Glimmerbrook. I don't know what the person who signed this off was thinking. They were probably high, but considering this world is supposed to be for spellcasters and magic, it's not giving anything near what it's supposed to give. So today we're going to go back in time to 2019 and we're going to fix this diabolical creation. Here it is in game. The problem is it's not just the outside, it's the inside as well. I mean, imagine you move into your new home and this is what you're greeted with. Now, I am going to be fair and stick to the budget for a starter home. And I also don't want to take away from the theming too much. The pointed roofs and the kind of doors and windows give me the vibe of like Elven Castle. Going to try and emulate that, but just make it a bit better. The first thing I want to do is go crazier on the roof point. I think they half committed to the pointed roof aesthetic. Like if we lift this up automatically, I'm going to say it, I think that looks a little better. I also want to make it so it's a full point. So I'm going to take this wall in a little bit. Now it properly looks like a spire. I wonder if we could get away with 2 floors, or maybe we could do 2 points on the roof. That looks really silly. Okay, so what I'm thinking is we get a second one of these spires, then we put the roof on top. Can we go higher? No. I almost want to then take this in so that, yeah, this is like its own tower. Also, if we make it tall walls, it could definitely give us the tower look. What's the command to access more roof points? Shift C. Ah, there we go. I'm just wondering if we could make this even more curved. You can make some very silly looking roofs. It's giving witch's hat, which for a spellcaster world seems appropriate. I also want to keep it to base game and Realm of Magic only. That way I will have no objections to my point that they could have done a lot better job. I have access to the exact same resources that the team did at the time. That said, I don't think these roof manipulation options were a thing, but it's fine. Ooh, and maybe a balcony on this side. There's a fine line between whimsy and silly. We're going to see how close we can ride it. We've got quite a few door options. I quite like this one. Ooh, some of these swatches are lovely. Look at that stained glass swatch. That's gorgeous. We're going to need a brick that matches better. This one's got a trim on the sides, which works quite well. I like this gray brick. The building is a bit uneven now, so I might actually bring this in by 1. That way everything can be a bit more even. Ooh, I've accidentally made a bump out that would look really good as a chimney. The best ideas come out of nowhere. The height of it helps balance the spire as well. Now for windows, we've got some really big, gorgeous options. I like the ones with the stone decals on top. They'll help us match the door. They are a bit weird, very weird. They're also not big enough. This is a really tricky pack to work with. There's such a specific aesthetic. Stained glass windows to match is nice though. Ooh, a massive covering. That takes up a lot of space. Don't know what the best swatch to match would be. Probably just that one. Now I know one thing that looks a bit weird is the tower. Don't worry, we will fix this with the help of some corbels. Size them all up evenly along. I quite like how they stick out beyond the edge. Now they have quite an intricate design on them, which should hide them in quite well, the aesthetic of everything else. Don't think I like the third one at the end. The spacing is just a bit weird. Yeah, that looks a little better. Oh, I'm really starting to like how this is looking. I think some nice big windows on this side will look lovely. What you can do is combine this one with side panels. Now that looks really good. Wait, where's the other way? Huh? Did you just press that? Oh, you can flip them around like that. See, I don't know if I want to go stained glass for everything. What we could do is go plain in the middle and stained glass on the sides. Even do yellow in the middle as well. It's giving spider web. The height difference is noticeable. See, I care about my height difference, unlike every build in Willow Creek. Oh, what about if we did a big one of these windows on the bottom? It's got a similar shape to the window above it as well. What about another one here? Is that doing too much? You know, maybe the black works because the brick it's on is quite dark. I feel like it's the color that disguises in best. What's the budget looking like? Oof. So, okay, the outside is important. Using the gold for the balcony really ties all the gold together. So gold around the door for this side, gold up here for this side, and gold on the spider webs for the other windows. So we've tied that gold on all four sides. I really, really want some climbing ivy or something decorative up the walls. I don't know if that's base game though. We need a path going to the front door. Luckily, terrain paint is free. I know this because the other day I did a video where I tried to paint a Bob Ross painting using just the terrain paint. I quite like the idea of putting a seating area out here. Maybe like a little fountain or something. I've got to be careful. This is a starter home. I'm full of ideas. And then I'm just going to mark out where some of the landscaping is going to go as well. I think we should move on to the inside before I get carried away. Now the floor plan is going to have to change entirely. Oh good, this is giving us quite a bit of money back. What's the lot value right now? That's a lot more than I thought. I quite like this Realm of Magic flooring. The swatch matches the door really nicely. And for a default wall, green and brown could be cool. After all, there's flowers in the door. In order to save on space, I've got the genius idea to make this open. Again, let's delete this floor for space. I don't need another room to fill. I think we could go quite whimsy with it and put a ladder down. I'm going to leave this nook as a kitchen. Kitchen diner, lounge, ladder, bedroom. I like this floor plan. I'm going to take the same brick we used outside and decorate the inside of the chimney with it. Oh no, I nearly forgot a bathroom. You're just going to have to go on a walk for it. The internal doors are quite cheap, which is good. I wonder if we could do them in this green color for a bit of personality. There is only one door though. Okay, now we have a slight problem. I'm going to go over the lot value. I have not proved a very good point. I mean, technically, if we just furnished it the same way that they furnished their starter homes, look, yum cooker, cheapest chips fridge, a counter, a rug, a bed. Boom, we're finished. 17,000. I must have misunderstood because I had 20,000 in my inventory and that's what I was going to use. Each of these big flapping windows is 300. 3, 6, 9, 12. I've spent 1,200 on the big windows. I'm going to commit to what I started with, which was the 20,000 in my inventory. After all, you don't buy a house with the intention of doing it up and not have any cash to spare. I may have to give the person who created this house some leeway then. I have failed in my quest, but it's all good. On that basis, let's finish the rest of the house. What are those? Like little skunks or something? Oh, they're birds. That swatch looks like little skunk tails. I'm gonna keep my skunks. If I was a wizard, I think a skunk as a familiar would be quite cool. It'd be quite handy if you were ever in danger as well. Your enemies would not dare come near you. Oh, that's an expensive fence. That one's even worse. We don't have to use Realm of Magic everything. We want a trim for this balcony as well, but the problem is if I try to put one on, it adds one to the entire building. Maybe these will do? Beggars can't be choosers, and right now I am begging for the cheapest option. However, they really don't suit the vibe, and vibes matter more. Okay, let's start with our kitchen area. If you're a spellcaster, I bet you can conjure up food, like the D&D spell Goodberry. So I don't think we have to have a particularly amazing kitchen. Just some basic wooden counters suit us fine. A simple fridge and a simple sink as well. Gold taps. I found the same swatch cabinet, but it just looks weird. Like, what is that texture? It looks like sandpaper. I think it's meant to be stone. Anyway, we need a hood. I really don't like this cabinet swatch. Forget it. Forget it. Forget it. I'm gonna carry the brick through to act as backsplash. It also looks really good with that hood. And then I'm just going to get some shelves instead. I like the two different woods. All right, I've got to really contain myself here. Can't go crazy on any decorations. Oh, there's these jars of slugs. I'm imagining they cook up potions a lot more than they do actual human food. Dead space porcupine. Oh, that one's brilliant. I love that you can really see the porcupine in that. That one's great as well. Let's go right here over the oven. Oh, and these are supposed to be magic beans. A pink one, a blue one, and a red one. Oh, I don't want to go overboard on clutter, but kitchens can look so empty if you don't fill them up. Spice rack right next to the oven. He's not a creature. He doesn't have his wild space porcupine without a little bit of paprika. There's a little fork here, so just to the point, I'm going to leave that on the counter as if he uses it to maybe fish out the bottom of the jar. To start a home, Embry, start a home. That's all it needs to be. I hate working with a reduced budget. Maybe just one plant, just one little plant. Let me have this. On to the dining room. This can just be very simple. The Realm of Magic stuff is so nice and fits what we're looking for perfectly, but is way more expensive. Still, it's only 400 compared to the cheapest table at 245, which isn't that much of a difference. Why are my chairs not snapping to this table? Do you know what? I'm not going to fight it. We're just obviously not destined to use it. Maybe we do this cute pattern chair. A little plant in the corner makes everything better. Now, one thing I do want to try and include, it's a little bit bougie, but I would love a fireplace. That one would be gorgeous. However, it's a little expensive. Maybe we'll do this one instead. I love those blue tiles. How much is this going to set me back? 600. Oof! It doesn't even match the fireplace or anything. Might have to go basic on this one. And they've got a kind of turquoisey color as well. Matching chairs and a big old rug. I quite like the idea of doing this massive circular rug that takes up a lot of space. And I like the thought of like a council meeting around it or something. See, these all look fine now we've put a rug down. I think it's because it was too intricate before and it was clashing with the floor. Okay, what about 3 different colors of these benches plus a head? Council meeting is in session. I mean, it would be criminal to not put a big chandelier down. Oh, I'm gonna run out of space. I might have to shelve that council meeting idea. Let me come back to it. Do a bedroom for our poor Sim. This is so gorgeous. I need to have it. Oh, look at all these swatches. They're so gorgeous. Going to do a different colored tile in the bathroom. A simple toilet. A simple sink. A simple mirror. Are you catching the vibe? A simple light. Actually, that's quite fancy. And then we'll do this bathtub in here as well. And a really simple rug. You can't not have a bath mat, especially with a wooden floor. And a really simple toilet paper. And a really simple hand towel. You can't have a functioning bathroom without something to wipe your hands on and something to wipe your other parts on. Now, for the idea I wanted. This one's only 50. I got this one from the Lost Legacies event recently. Didn't realize this was only 50. That's so good. The secret door is going to take you into a library room where they do their potion crafting. Got a ladder up to a balcony too, which leads outside. I like that tile. I'm not going to have enough money for a bookshelf. I'm going to need to scrap this idea. It was such a good idea. It doesn't need a living room. There's plenty of space to sit on the floor. I'm not getting rid of that bed. Ooh, that costs a lot. I don't think we have any money yet, but it's so pretty. Don't look at it, Embry. I gotta find something that's more in our budget. I did actually spot this one. This is the right kind of vibe. I reckon we go for 2 and space them out. And then we could put a desk in the middle. Gorgeous, but it's 700. There's nothing wrong with a mega desk. And besides, the gold accents match quite nicely. I am going to give them a fancy chair, however, as I feel like that will at least elevate the vibes in here somewhat. Now, there's one thing that spellcasters have, and it's the cauldron. Is that not the most gorgeous spot to do your potion making? Look at that for a view. It's got to be outside as well, because otherwise all the steam and smoke and crazy smells that make you dizzy from the cauldron are going to bug up in the house. So I think outside is probably a necessity. I saw this bug lamp earlier and I really like it. We've added absolutely no artwork. This one of the planets is really pretty. We could always size it up and that makes it look a lot more impressive. Maybe a couple of plants. This orange tree is very cute. We could size it up, add it by the window. You get some big juicy oranges there. Loads of light. Look, and then we can add a little sofa next to the orange tree with a nice view out the window. And I'll do it in a blue to match the fireplace. That is giving hotel lobby a little bit, but what hotel lobby looks like that? So I think it's forgivable. I am going to have to do the usual and rely on debug for the outside. We have completely run out of money. If we filter by the Realm of Magic menu as well, we should have plants that match those in Glimmerbrook. Yeah, so there's some of these trees on the left side. So I reckon we get a couple of these ones. Kind of blends it into the scenery a little bit better. Quite like this tree too. That really makes it feel enclosed in a little forest. And I do really, really like this tree. It gives this patio area a really cute shade. This tree's fun as well. This grass is quite wild. Not sure how that's going to look. No, it's quite good. I'm going to jungle up this front lawn section. I want it to feel very wild. These mushrooms are adorable. Hide a couple. Yeah, some more here. There's these ones in a pot, which would look really good in the grass. They'd be like half hidden, but they're tall enough where they still poke out. I'm going to use this pile of dirt so the tree looks like it's coming out of something. I think the more wild and mystical this garden can feel, the more magical it will seem. And lavender, that's quite a medicinal herb, isn't it? So maybe they're growing a couple of boxes as well for potion-y things. We need to add a few rocks as well. I love how these go either side of the path. This rock is dope. We should add it to our spruce forest situation. It's making me think of a tall spruce forest from Minecraft with the mossy rocks. We could add a fallen log as well. No! I really want to add this stone bench. What can we get rid of? Flower box. Oh, I still don't have enough. What can we get rid of? 2 chairs? Yes! It's just too perfect in there. I can't not add it. There's even this like lamp here as well. Shrink this down by 1. It looks like a street lamp or like a fancy wizard home lamp. Oh, just behind the mushroom. Can I add a glow to them? How does this work? That looks so good. Blue and then orange here. Pink as well. This is so magical. I want these in my own house. Now, one of the last things to do is I have seen that they do actually have some sort of ivy in the debug menu. So of course, I've got to add some of this. Is that too much ivy? Can you have too much ivy? Then of course, it can continue its climb up the tower. I think that puts us at finished. You know what time it is? Tour time! So I may have gone slightly over budget and still come out with a house with a massive empty room. But the point of the starter house is to provide you a basic shelter, a basic carcass for eventually when you get really good at your career, you have somewhere to put all the cool new furniture you unlock. And this house does that. It's like an unlockable house. You unlock different areas, the living room, extra seating in the dining room, a spell making room. Come on, that's pretty cool as far as starter houses go. I think we managed to keep the original vibe of like pointed roof, brick, elven style, really make it feel like a bit more of a wizard's dwelling. If you like this video, please like it and consider subscribing. Watch my next one. If this is your first time watching me too, here's a playlist that I think you might enjoy. That's it for now though. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.